Realtree's Midwest Whitetail is brought to you by Nikon, Ozonics, Redneck Blinds, Rocket Broadheads, RTP Outdoors, Trophy Rock, Spot Hog Releases, Wilderness Athlete, Viking Solutions, and Realtree.
Day 24, November 13th. I'm not going to admit defeat on hunting this lone oak buck, but I'm going to pull off him for a little while. I need a little break from hunting the deer in those same spots over and over, and I'm sure that those spots need a break too. The area that I'm going to this evening is one that I hunted earlier in the season. It's a really cool little small food plot that we dug out of the woods. It sets up perfect for this south wind that we've got. It blows right from the food plot through a little patch of timber and out into the open fields. So any deer that come out, in theory at least, they should be coming from the timber, the heavier bedding areas deeper in, and working their way toward me. So any solid mature buck is going to do now. There's a part of me that wants to see that lone oak buck make it another year. There's so few really good mature bucks on the farm now that I'm afraid if I get him, which doesn't look that good in itself, but if I do get him, then that's going to reduce by one the number of potential targets I would have for next year. And there's got to be, and I know there are, some more management type mature bucks on this part of the farm. So we're going to spend a little time, spend a little bit of time over here over the next few days, and kind of bounce back and forth between this area and then the area where that lone oak buck is living. Down to the last 40 minutes here tonight. The action was pretty good. It was a fun evening on stand. Temperature wise, very comfortable, around 50 degrees or so. We hadn't been in here for about 3 or 4 weeks, and that definitely showed. The deer were all over the place, especially at first. Then, about 45 minutes ago or so, a hot doe came through with a nice 3-year-old buck behind her. And it was funny to watch a 2-year-old come in after them and try to figure out exactly where they went. He couldn't decipher their scent trail, and he ended up getting frustrated and going back in the direction that he came from. But he circled around in the food plot here probably 5 times trying to figure out exactly where that doe went. He was late to the party and he knew it. I'm going to hunt in the morning, and then I'm not sure about tomorrow afternoon yet. It's getting to that point, like I said, where the rut is starting to slow down and there's plenty of work to do. So you start looking at that trade-off, unfortunately, and I may end up in the office a little more than I'd wanted to be until maybe the slightly later stages of the rut, when I think then it makes sense to be in the stand as much as you possibly can again. So come back again tomorrow, and I think I'm going to hunt, if the wind forecast is correct, I think I'm going to go back and hunt for that lone oak buck again, and just keep once in a while putting my time in where that deer's living.